Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And hi everyone. So we are now in question 2. Suppose that we need to sketch the graph of fx equals to negative of square root of x minus 2. Okay, so as we have agreed before this, the first step is, as always, we need to determine the shape. So please look at the coefficient of the x here. We have positive x and we have negative in front of the square root sign. So the shape of the graph is in the fourth quadrant. Right, so second one is we need to identify the starting point here. All right, so as we also have agreed previously, okay, so we need to get the whatever inside the square root sign, it needs to be greater than or equals to 0. So what we have here is x minus 2 is greater than or equals to 0, and hence x is greater than 2. So which means the graph will start at x equals to 2, and this one is actually straight away can be set as our domain. Okay, so we need to get the y coordinate for the starting point as well, and since we don't have any plus minus constant here, so our starting point should be at 2, 0. Okay, so this is the starting point here, so 2, 0, and we have agreed earlier that the graph is in this shape, so we can straight away sketch the graph now. And since the graph does not passes through y-intercept, so there is no need to get the y-intercept for this case. All right, so the domain of this function is we've got already, which is 2 to positive infinity, and the range of this function is from negative infinity up to 0, close bracket. All right, so question number 3, the last one. So suppose now we need to sketch the graph of fx equals to 2 plus square root of x plus 2. So as always, first and foremost, let us determine the shape of this function first. We have positive x here and positive in front of the square root sign, so which means our graph is in the this shape. Okay, so and the second one is we need to get the starting point, as we have agreed earlier. So whatever inside the square root sign, it needs to be greater than or equals to 0. So this one is x is greater than or equals to negative 2, and we have these 2 here, which represent that the starting point is shift vertically upwards by 2 points, which is therefore our starting point for this case is at negative 2 and 2. So let us try to label the starting point first. This is the negative 2 and this is the 2, so this is our starting point here. So, and we have agreed earlier that the graph is this shape, so we can straight away sketch the graph first, and it's very clear that the graph passes through the y-axis, so we need to find the y-intercept only. So f0 is equals to 2 plus square root of 0 plus 2, so we will have 2 plus square root of 2 as our y-intercept for this function. Okay, where we can also change to decimal if it needed be. Right, so the domain for this function we've got already, which is this one. So it is from negative 2 up to positive infinity, and the range of this function, it depends on the starting point. Actually, we need to look for the y coordinate of the starting point, which is in this case starting from 2. So our range is starting from positive 2 up to infinity. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Hope you understand. Thank you.